Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. As always, a free way to support the channel is by leaving a like, by leaving some comments, or by subscribing if you have not already done so. And as always, please watch out for the people pretending to be me in the comment section. I just saw yesterday there's apparently a Telegram group called The Modern Investor. It has like 100,000 subs on it, and that's not me. So if you're new here, or just for me to be able to reiterate, I make videos here. I post the video on Bookface, and then I post it on Twitter. And I usually 99% of the time use Twitter to interact with people. Nope, no other platform. So if you see me somewhere else, it ain't me, and I don't really know what to tell you besides that. Anyway, let's jump right into it. I am sad to be the bearer of annoying news, but Bitcoin's price has fallen again. The entire cryptocurrency market has continued to fall in a downward trend spiral, if you care to do so. We broke below $39,000. We were just, I believe, at $64,000 just a couple of weeks ago. A lot of people seem to be scared and confused and don't really know what's going on. I mentioned before, I guess, it has to get real for people to really understand this. Our market is very volatile. We are, you see it now. This is a pretty good indication of all the volatility you've heard about a number of years ago. It says Bitcoin sinks below $40,000 as Bitcoin inflows to centralized exchanges surge. For those of you who do not understand what that means, this is usually when there is so much fear in the market, or people assume that other people could potentially sell their coins. People move their cryptocurrencies to cryptocurrency exchanges, so that at the drop of a dime, a drop of a hat, something's dropping, that they are able to then hit the sell button, as they are not able to do so if it's sitting on their computers. We've seen before the other metrics. I'm not sure if I have one of the other tabs in here, maybe not. The only people who appear to be selling are the people who are brand new to the market, who've been in for a couple of months, have never had to deal with this before. They're absolutely terrified, and they're selling off as much as possible to kind of, I chatted with my friend yesterday. Hello, you, and we were talking about, it's actually a real shame because whether you want to believe this or not, this is all at least 95% induced by the entire Elon Musk thing, and we're continuing the sell-off until we hit support, and then we kind of go back up. But part of the problem is that a lot of people who are panic selling right now, who have sold, these people will in some sort of way believe that crypto is a scam or something is wrong with it, because whatever the actual reasoning that's going through their head, but it stops these people from ever re-entering the market. They will never ever come back, or maybe they'll be one of the very last people to enter as Bitcoin is pushing up in price in 3 to 4 years. But it's a shame, because these are the people who need to be in the market, and all the coins that are being bought up, because we had news, I think yesterday or the day before as well, that even as prices are dropping, people are still buying over the counter. So it's not showing on cryptocurrency exchanges that these purchases are happening, but they're happening through the actual blockchain, and rich people, the rich addresses, are still accumulating. And on top of that as well, it says Bitcoin slips to 40K after Elon Musk and after the Chinese central bank puts pressure on Bitcoin. That's a lie, and I'm not sure why people keep mentioning it or reporting it, whatever word you kind of want to say. I'm pretty sure you must have seen it over the last couple of hours while I was sleeping, depending on the time zone that you're in. I'm pretty sure other people were reporting that China has banned Bitcoin. I'm not even tired of it anymore. It's just more of things are going to happen as they continue to happen. People are trying to get clicks, and people are trying to get views as much as they possibly can. China has not liked Bitcoin and I dare say crypto for a very long time. China has not banned anything that was not already in place. For those of you who do not know, it says it on the screen. It says China reiterates a crypto ban from 2013 and 2017. Basically, they told financial institutions and banks and companies once again, you cannot deal with crypto, and you will not offer any cryptocurrency services. They do this every 4 years. They simply restated it and people took it as, well, that's it. Bitcoin's done in China. Nope, we've had this news so many other times before. This news really came into force in 2017 when we got the first iterations of China's going to be banning Bitcoin news. And it's not a ban. It's more so if you want to trade it, it has to be done over the counter, i.e., instead of you being able to just go to your computer and buy some right there, you have to go to a physical location. You have to show ID. You have to show them basically where you live and say, I am buying this much. If at any point you decide to sell it, you have to go back to that same exact place and say, hi, this is me. I am selling. This is the amount of money that I made. And you have to, of course, tell the financial authorities. But that's it. There's no ban. There's no extra ban. People in China can still use Bitcoin. Rather, they can hold it. What have you, and invest in it in that sort of way. But I think the market also fell down a tiny bit because of this as well, because when I looked around, even on major news sources, they had China banned Bitcoin. This is absolutely terrible. This is part of the reason. And it's like you're spreading fear and you're making sure that other people get out of the market when the other people who aren't leaving the market and are continuing to buy are once again the richest people on the planet. So that's all the price news. I think maybe this one is also it as well. I'm not really sure. Yeah, kind of, I guess. It says Bitcoin could be near support. Institutions are bullish because of its fundamentals. The most important metric to look for when it comes to Bitcoin and any other cryptocurrency that you're trying to invest in are the actual fundamentals. How strong is the network? How many people are on the network? How much money is being transacted through the network on any given day, any given month, any given year? How many people are validating the network? How many nodes are there? How strong is the network? How robust is the network? How long has it been around? The actual usage, the actual projects, all these things are, hash rate, yada, 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 all very important. Bitcoin's fundamentals are at a new all-time high. We had this news about 2 days ago as well. The hash rate is all the way up. I think it's estimated that by the end of this year, if we continue on the same track, just on the blockchain, not on the actual cryptocurrency exchange volume back and forth, just on the blockchain alone, Bitcoin will have transacted more than $7 trillion worth of value. Everything is green. Everything's completely lit up sky high. But part of the problem is that people listen to other people who tweet. They get scared. They go to other coins and don't really understand what they're doing. And this is where it leads us. Just explicitly. I keep seeing people once again trying to tell me or other people, no, the reason is China's banning. No, the reason is Binance did this. No, the reason is no, it's Elon Musk. And everyone knows this at this point. So anyway, that's basically all the price news for now. The entire market is in red because of why. I think at some point we will have a bounce back. I do not think explicitly for me, my personal opinion, I do not think that the bull market is over. There's nothing really telling me that the bull market is over, especially as we have a lot of good news and good upgrades and updates coming within the next couple of weeks. We just need to get over this hurdle, and I hope that the cryptocurrency space becomes, I know it sounds cheesy, but it just becomes stronger and closer knit and really tries to just understand each other. I know it won't happen because humans are absolutely ridiculous, but it would help if we just spoke to each other a lot more and didn't try to make sure that everyone was terrified at every single bit of news. Understand charlatans when you see them. There are people who are here just for themselves so that they can make more money and so that you can continue to be poor. And without further ado, let's move on. On top of this as well, Cardano has rewarded its investors with significant gains over the last year, with a growing number of holders joining the Millionaires Club. If you are holding Cardano since the start of last year or this year, the number of millionaire investors in ADA has increased by 13-fold. It was previously only 504 addresses, and now there are 6,710 addresses as of 2 days ago who are now millionaires who are holding Cardano. It's kind of cool. Of course, this is going to continue. I mean, it would have continued increasing even further if we were higher up in price. But I at least from what I've seen, a lot of people are writing me buy the dip kind of things on my Twitter page and also in the comment section here. So I assume a lot of people are trying to. And here's a really funny part as well. You must remember many weeks ago, I saw so many comments of people saying, I wish Bitcoin would drop. I can't wait for a drop. I need Bitcoin to drop so that I can buy more. I tried to get it at a certain price point. I missed it. I wish I could get back in. Well, buddy boy, here's your chance. If you didn't get in now, I'm not really sure what to tell you. So anyway, a lot of people, I mean, we get articles kind of like this all the time where it's like, how many millionaires are in this club? How many millionaires and so and so? I assume we're going to get a lot more, especially if we end up eventually at some point getting to a $10 Cardano. Anyway, that's the Cardano Millionaire news, if you will. I'm not sure why Cardano doesn't have eyes and has a cape on, but bless its heart. Also in, everybody's talking about it, so this is going to be news for at least another, I say about 8 days until the conversation kind of trickles away. Ethereum will reduce its energy consumption by 99.95%. Following its transition to proof of stake, according to a new blog post from Carl Beekhuizen of the Ethereum Foundation. He estimated that there are currently 87,000 at-home stakers using about 100 watts of energy for a total of 1.64 megawatts. Additionally, there are another 52,700 exchanges and custodial services that use about 100 watts per 5.5 validators for a total of 0.98 megawatts. Absolutely incredible. The entire point is he assumes, or so saith his charts, that once Ethereum has moved over completely to proof of stake, it'll be a minuscule, tiny amount. He said he was estimating with 100 before, but even his own personal setup only uses 15 watts, while some staking services use as little as 5 watts per validator. I assume this has to do with the entire, oh my gosh, Bitcoin's using too much energy kind of thing. This is why we saw, I don't know if you remember, the day after Muskie, and people think that just for clarification, a lot of people were saying before that they didn't like when I said musky because it sounded too friendly. No, think of musky like in the English word sense, like, oh, it smells really musky in here. That's why I was saying musky, because it's the same word, and musky means like a bad smell. So anyway, after he mentioned before that too much energy consumption, we saw a couple of proof of stake coins really shooting up in price. And I think the assumption was that maybe they're gonna announce that they're getting a proof of stake coin or something like that. But everyone's kind of making sure to announce this. There's also a huge amount of discussion around how much energy the Ethereum blockchain is using when it comes to NFTs. I knew this was a thing, but I watched something on it yesterday and I was like, whoa, that's absolutely crazy. Apparently people are very, very upset. And this is why I think we're seeing other platforms beginning to start to take off when it comes to energy, or rather, when it comes to people wanting to launch NFTs on those platforms because they use less electricity. I didn't even know the other names of the other blockchains, but whatever. Especially ones that have been pre-mined or whatever the case might be. This was also part of the reason why I think I saw so much excitement around the Binance Smart Chain NFT platform, or why I even thought about using it. Anyway, so apparently Ethereum's going to be great. They're going to be growing trees out of the computers, and there's going to be seeds everywhere, and love and peace and harmony. Sorry for being cynical. It's just a very weird day because I woke up, I saw the prices. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I have an opportunity to buy at a lower price. But then you realize this is all happening because of tweets, and you kind of sit there, and I wrote on Twitter as well. I was like, we had news for, and it's weird, the information that really affects people. So we had news for about a good 4 months, not an over exaggeration. It was every single day. You see my other videos. I read down the list on the 12th of February, on the 13th of February, all the companies who were buying and the intention to buy and the billions of dollars I was pouring into Bitcoin. Someone laughed at me earlier on Twitter when I mentioned something about, basically I said, we have all these institutions who are buying. We have companies who are mentioning, hey, we're buying $700 million tomorrow worth of Bitcoin. We have all these hundreds of banks who are getting into it. And somebody was like, there aren't banks working with Bitcoin. For those of you who do not know, please Google this right now, or search engine it, however you decide to find your news. Type in hundreds of US banks, and then next to it, type in NYDIG. you should find exactly what's going on. Within the next couple of weeks, for those of you who do not know, hundreds of banks are going to have authorization and the custodial power to be able to buy, sell, hold, and trade cryptocurrencies. And it's coming to like a bank near you. That's kind of the most important part. It's not coming to a institutional bank. It's not coming to some of the richest banks on the planet or only for wealthy clients. It's coming to everyday normal people. Will be told, hey, do you have any Bitcoin? You can buy some through your bank. This is absolutely astronomical. But on these days, Bitcoin's price was going up by like 2%. Any type of adoption news that we had, we could have 30 companies in 1 week who are like, hey, we're accepting it. We want Bitcoin. We're buying Bitcoin, putting Bitcoin on our balance sheets. All the banks in the United States are going to be able to do it. We have tons of ETFs in Canada. I think there were 3 or 4 that are actually like the ETFs part is also interesting because these ETFs are buying up the actual physical asset. We know that there are tons of other companies and countries who are mining Bitcoin. All these times, Bitcoin would go up by 1%, maybe 2%. And then Elon Musk tweets. Sorry if you heard the noise in the back. Elon Musk tweets thrice. And then our price goes down by around 30% over the course of 5 days. I don't get it. I don't really understand. So sorry, once again, if I sound cynical or annoyed, it's not so much that. It's just more of a, really? Like, we still haven't gotten there kind of thing. Anyway, that's the Ethereum's going to be using less electricity because that's the conversation right now. But all this stuff was going to happen anyway. I mentioned that in the other video. We know that Bitcoin uses a lot of energy and electricity, but people are working on it. We know that Ethereum uses a lot of energy and electricity, but people who are mad at that don't understand that this is the reason why they're moving to proof of stake. And if you try to explain to these people who are upset about the NFTs and the energy consumption as to what proof of stake or proof of work is, they don't want to hear it. And it's like, you need to open your mind a little bit more to understand that. Anyway, I don't have time for all of that, but that's Ethereum news, and let's move on. It's just very frustrating to have to deal with this all the time. Like, you would just assume this, and for those of you who have actually done so, when I say do your own research, and even if you read for an extra 5 minutes per day, just, I tip my hat to you. I give you golf clap, because it's like almost cursed. Like, come on, like, just anyway. MicroStrategy, the software solution giant, has announced that they have bought the Bitcoin dip and have purchased an additional $10 million worth of Bitcoin. They've purchased 229 Bitcoin. The most recent purchase comes within a week of their last Bitcoin purchase. The Fortune 500 company bought the last dip at 43,663. I think their last purchase was for 15 million, and this one is for 10. They now have 92,079 Bitcoin. Wonderful. So everyone's still buying, or no, the richest people on the planet are still buying. And I just to go over the actual math once again. If Bitcoin were evenly distributed, there would be enough for each person to have 0.003. That is no longer a possibility because everyone else keeps letting these rich people buy as much Bitcoin as they so please. So them buying 229 Bitcoin is not bad for them in any way. It's just that, also other people who are being flushed out of the market because of tweets could have been part of that as well. So that's the MicroStrategy news. What's this one? Yeah, it's very popular right now. And just, I'm sure it's continuing. It's just that MicroStrategy tends to, I guess, say these things out loud. But just assume that there are probably 100 other companies who are doing the exact same thing, but just not saying a word. So yeah, that's that. And let's move on. Next up, the United States is the country most interested in Ether, followed by Germany and Turkey. A report by Invez, as reported by Finbold, showed that 1.1 million searches per month for the term Ether, emanating from the United States, excluding searches by budding chemists. I get it. That's the equivalent of around 36,000 internet page searches per day for Ethereum. Germany and Turkey followed close behind with 736,000 and 408,000 searches per month, respectively. Among the top three, Germany contained the most Ether searches per capita, with 9.4 searches per 1,000 internet users. That's kind of crazy. Compared to 3.57 in the United States. That's actually pretty insane for the amount of people who are searching for Ether. I think it's because Ethereum has been, is not even logically, but just has been outperforming Bitcoin over the last couple of months. As for some reason, Bitcoin will not respond to any actual purchases that are happening. But even when I looked at the charts earlier, I think Ethereum has dropped below $3,000 because of the entire thing that we're going through right now. And I looked at the price, and I think Ethereum hit 4,400, and I was like, of course people are searching more for it, especially as we continue to get closer to the actual coin burn that's going to happen. But I think I'm happy to see that people are, I don't know if I'm happy that they're searching for correct coins, not hype coins, or if it's simply that the interest is there. And I don't know. I just imagine people in other countries, buying because they see a need for it, or they general interest. I'm not really sure. I just like when I hear that people are getting more into the cryptocurrency space. And it's kind of weird that there's, okay, I get it now. The photo is people walking onto a plane that's covered in Ether, and there's an Ether flying the plane. I don't know if I would feel too, he doesn't have any eyes, and his hand is shaking really rapidly. I don't think I'd be too comfortable getting into that plane. All right, anyway, that's the Ethereum popularity news, which once we start moving back up in price, I think everything will kind of get back to normal, but this is just a very weird moment right now in the space. And I believe to finish things off, this was also news that has been circulating around for the last couple of days. A lot of people are also mentioning that this could potentially have some type of an effect on our market as well. For those of you not looking at the screen, it says RBI reportedly urging banks to cut ties with crypto exchanges and traders. I believe, the Reserve Bank of India. The news is that they're trying to basically discourage people from getting into the cryptocurrency market. Don't touch it. Don't use it. They're telling banks and institutions, don't even try and get near it. And the rumors of a cryptocurrency ban are once again circulating. Now, I'm going to tell you, I know people won't listen. We're going to have about 50 people out there who actually pay attention. No one cares. And we've had news reports for the last couple of years that even during all of this, or any ban that may have taken place, people are still trading crypto because that's how technology works. And I'm going to tell you why people don't care and why you also shouldn't care. They are probably never going to ban cryptocurrencies. It would completely cripple their economy. The idea of not being into a brand new technology that's being adopted by every other country on the planet would mean that they are going to continue living in the Stone Age economically. I don't really know how else to put that. That's the nicest way that my brain could formulate it in an entire sentence. And I'm going to even show you. So this is, this is the year 2021. Got that part. It says India will regulate crypto as ban talk bend. Sure, why not? So now they're talking about actually regulating it. I'm so glad that they finally got to that point. Here's an article from 2020. It says India plans to introduce law to ban cryptocurrency trading. Oh, that's funny because wait, that also didn't actually happen. Here's an article from 2019. India considers complete ban on digital currencies. Oh, wait, that also didn't happen because they're not going to actually ban it. This one's from 2018. India's central bank to stop dealing with all crypto-related accounts, not ban on crypto. They've been doing the exact same thing for about 4 or 5 years now. It's been the same over and over and over. This is from 2017. Reserve Bank of India hints on possible ban on cryptocurrencies. I don't know anyone in that government. I don't know anyone working at the RBI, but no one cares. It's the same exact thing with the SEC and the ETF. You're not going to ban it. Everyone knows that you're not going to ban it. Whatever you're doing just makes you and your entire organization look goofy. Nicest way that I can possibly say it. People are simply going to pack up their bags, move to other countries, and continue doing business. You are not going to ban crypto. Stop pretending to do so. And what I really fear is actually taking place, and this is what I think is personally happening, is that they're trying to discourage people from getting into the market so that they can buy more. And I mentioned before, the issue with all of this is going to be if that's actually happening in the future. When we find out that it did, their citizens are going to be a little upset, just a smidge or a lot, realizing that over the last 8 years, they could have purchased cryptocurrencies, but the government kept on telling them, no, it's banned, don't touch it. So the government becomes richer, government officials become insanely wealthy, and the 1.5 billion people there have had almost no chance to accumulate any type of wealth. I'm certain that that's what's happening. It seems like it wouldn't be taking place, but no, we know that greed and corruption are a very big thing. So the news once again, and it's really funny because everyone keeps coming out with the news at the exact same time. It's the news that China's talking about banning it. They're not banning it. It's something that they've had in place for the last 7 or 8 years. That India's talking about banning it. India's never going to ban cryptocurrencies. If they do, please, by all means, just do it. Announce it so we can get past all of this and no one can ever go to your country again because, whatever, logic. There was also news, I don't have it in here, that South Korean officials are mulling more restrictions and more, like, what's wrong with you people? Like, what do you think you're doing? What do you think is taking place? What do you think? There's such a huge disconnect between the people who tried to make rules for so long, not understanding that just because that they allowed themselves or told other people that they were the only issuers, they were the gatekeepers of being able to print pieces of paper and have ink on them, that everyone else is just going to completely follow suit for the rest of eternity, ever and ever. Amen. It's absolutely insane. I wonder the internal talks that they're actually happening. And I mean this in like the most logical, honest way. What conversations they must be having with themselves when it comes to the idea that they cannot control Bitcoin. The only thing they can do is tax it, or they can make sure that if you're using a cryptocurrency exchange, hey, you got to tell us what you're doing. But we already have decentralized exchanges. Those are only going to become more popular. People don't actually have to use centralized exchanges. People don't have to use banks. People can actually transact between themselves completely in cryptocurrencies just using their phones. They're using a computer. You can even do it on the radio. You can look it up. You can send radio waves and send Bitcoin transactions as well. Bitcoin's going to have private transactions in the next couple of months. I'm pretty sure I have it here. I have it somewhere else. The majority of the network, I think we needed 70% of the network to actually signal for Taproot. There, more than 70% is now signaling for the actual upgrade to happen. Bitcoin's going to have private transactions. Litecoin's going to have private transactions. Ethereum at some point is also going to have private transactions. So anyway, it just has to be a general fear of them being like, wait, we have to try and discourage people as much as possible to make sure that they're not in the market. Stop doing that to your citizens. How do you not know what backlash is? I just don't. It's the same exact thing that we had during the Wall Street bets thing, and all these people were making all this money from GameStop. Remember all those people? There were people who were making like 54. These people have no jobs. They have no actual, because of everything that's been taking place the last 15 years. These people were making money that they would not have otherwise had. And you had the SEC talking about market manipulation. We have to stop this. Stop what? Stop what exactly? It's a free and open market. What exactly are you stopping? Are you going to stop the hedge funds from shorting these companies to make sure that they're destroyed? Are you going to stop the inside trading done by them? Because that hedge funds, when they're trying to short or destroy a company, they can also tweet, they can also Instagram, they can also do all these things, put out press conferences, letters and stuff like that, and basically say, yeah, we don't believe in that company. And if you're big enough, you can scare other people into also shorting and getting rid of that stock as well, so that the hedge fund continues making money. Is that what you're going to regulate? Or are you going to regulate normal people actually making money? Same exact thing with Russia. About a year or two ago, they were trying to stop. They were trying to pass a law that said if you make more than a certain amount per year, you can do whatever you want in crypto. But if you make less than, I think, was it $20,000 per year? I think you could only buy $3,000 worth of crypto. Who does that? You're not stopping these people from getting in debt, from buying homes. I'm sure there are no laws like that around gold. You're not stopping them from if you're going to stop somebody from buying $3,000 worth of crypto, like that's their maximum, well, make sure that the entire year that they also can't buy anything else more than $3,000. See exactly how that goes. What's this obsession with trying to make sure that your citizens are always down on the ground? I don't get it. And I hope I never explicitly understand it, because I never ever want to become one of those people. So the news is India's mulling a ban. They're not going to do it. And if they do, we will get over it together. We will hold hands. We will sing Kumbaya. These people who are there, who want to deal in crypto, they will shed a tear. They will buy a plane ticket, and they'll go to another country. Anyway, that's all that. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters: Professor Wally from Gunbot University, Red Plump Tomato, Umnu, Wishnicki, Letter M, Stefan Dirks, Not Brain, Captain Something in the Z-Way Lay, Crypto Black Sheep, AJ Cut 5, Speedy 655, and Carlos Was Like, Mobarazi, Jojo, Shasho, VB Nerd 21, Miguel Grollet, Lauren De Silva, Quoted Biddy, Barebones Mining, Troy, All Good, Space Case, Need a Miracle, Pater Noster, Conan Don't Skip Leg Day, Snacky Chan, Tolik Banana, Auspicious Agile and Blockchain, Navarro Williams, David James, Attila the Han, Yasha Harada, Utopia 569, Moonman High, XRP, Martin Stoyo, Nostromo, John Sarson, The Animal Reader, Bibliophobia, Todd Mullis, Adam Grace, Sigmo Hamaroni, Master Ventures in Thailand, Jared Schneider, Wise Night Owl, 242 to the World, Bankroll Network, Crypto Artist, Coley 3D, Damien Setsuna, Richie Richard III, Vlad the Impaler, Paxes, Nick Man, Gialavori, Jim Garner, Jeremy Fox, Minting Coins, Miller Hashest Everyday, and Kyle Skips Leg Day, Yes to Crypto, Boating McBoatface, Anytime Fitness, Mox Corner Staff, Bake Me a Cake, Tigger, Macho Nisa, On Crypto with Lana, Crayola, Michelle, URL, and Bolero Bastos. Thank you all very, very much for your support. Thank you to everyone who is a member of the channel. Thank you to all the new Patreon members. Thank you to everyone who left a like, who left a comment, who's still here. At the moment, Bitcoin is at $40,015. It is down by 11.69%. Ethereum is down by 16%. XRP is okay. XRP is the lowest down, is down by 5%. Binance coin is down by 17%. I don't have to keep telling you how much everything is down by. Everything is in red. It looks like there are constant attempts over and over to try and move back up. Like, I mean, if you zoom in a little bit more to the exact period where it happens, you see a lot of these little upticks, but then the price ends up trying to move a little bit lower. I wonder exactly how low we can go. Just because I think there will be a lot of people probably waiting for certain price entry points. Matic Polygon is up by 10%. I think is one of the very few coins that is actually up right now. Matic was, I think, up by like 34% or something like that yesterday. I think it's one of the I think there's so much energy behind it at the moment that this is probably the reason why it's continuing its surge. Yep, everything is down. Wow. Everything is down except for Matic and stablecoins. Wow. All right, everybody. That is definitely going to do it for this video. Sorry for getting so intense sometimes. It's just I just want things to be better across the board, just explicitly. I don't understand why things are this way, and I think I never will. However, I'm personally not scared. I'm not afraid. I think the market will be just fine. I think the market will continue to recover. I think this is just a hiccup, if you will, because once again, we were at $3,000 roughly around this time last year. So I think we will definitely see a recovery at some point. It's just a matter of certain people not tweeting anymore. I do hope you all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, supporting, liking. Yeah, that sounds about right. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.